What you need to know about concrete cancer. What is it? What causes it? How do you know you have got it? Internal external case studies. What is it? Correct term is concrete spalling, breaking away of concrete surface, top of slab, edge, sofa, facade. What causes it? Numerous causes. All are contaminants including atmospheric, embedded and infused, aggravated by lack of cover. Poor quality concrete all result in electrochemical activity. Corrosion is the end product. Corroded steel expands 8 to 10 times. How do you know you have got it? Steel sticking up out of slab, concrete fallen off and corroded steel, exposed swollen concrete, delaminate concrete, rust stain to concrete, crack. No obvious visual sign, internal or external. Internal magnesite, ingress of moisture, free chlorides, lack of cover. External lack of cover, carbonation, chlorides, coastal case studies. Internal denial, cantilever balconies, unexpected structural complications, cover UPS. External degradation, denial, cause ingress of moisture, windows, doors, flashings. DC reluctant to acknowledge damage. Early intervention, appropriate repair strategy and treatment result in minimal expenditure. Concrete cancer and spalling repair. Concrete cancer is caused when the steel reinforcing within a concrete slab begins to rust. As steel rusts, it can expand up to 7 times its original size, causing the surrounding concrete to be displaced and become flaky. As the steel pushes the concrete away, more water gets to the steel, expediting the process. The process is often referred to as concrete spalling. Telltale signs of spalling concrete. Unless you are a structural engineer or have seen the signs before, chances are you will not know what the signs of spalling are, nor when it's time to organize concrete cancer repair work. Here are a few key signs your structure is in need of repair. Flaking and cracking concrete. Concrete spalling, rust stains which seem to leak out from within the concrete. Bubbling of concrete render, or leaks which appear in the roof or internal walls as often as not. People mistake these signs as general weathering and dilapidation caused by the elements. But whilst this is true to some extent and may play a part in exacerbating the problem, the real problem lies within the concrete itself. Risks of spalled concrete. Whilst most people would agree that spalled concrete is an eyesore, what many people fail to realize is that as time goes on, concrete cancer also represents a potential O&S hazard. Over time, and with increased exposure to the elements, untreated pieces of concrete may fall from your structure. If these fall from heights in high traffic areas, then passers-by will be at risk of injury, and other buildings in proximity at risk of damage as well. Spalling and delaminate concrete should be repaired immediately, as deferring the decision to treat it will inevitably lead to increased problems into the future. How concrete cancer begins. The process can start in many ways, but generally it is due to one of the following: poorly treated reinforcing steel being used when the slab is poured, the ends of the reinforcing being too close to the surface. As water seeps through the concrete, it picks up limestone and other chemicals. when it hits the steel it causes oxidation to occur in the form of rust in compatible metals being used in close proximity to each other, thus causing the reaction which allows water into the slab. Stress fractures from bearing weight or general wear and tear allow water to penetrate the concrete and react with the steel. Poorly installed window and door lintels are exposed to the elements, causing rusting to occur. Furthermore, any attempts to fix the problem for the short term, such as rendering over the problem, will only exacerbate the issue. Despite potentially looking better, the rusting process will continue below the surface, causing the steel to again displace the concrete and in some cases rust so badly the steel eventually needs replacement. Treatment and repair of the concrete is the best solution. Concrete Cancer Repairs. For over 40 years, Remedial Building Services have offered comprehensive concrete cancer repairs. Sydney and Brisbane are where our main operating hubs are located. However, we have and will provide repair services up the entire eastern seaboard of Australia. Our staff are trained in the identification of the underlying issues causing your visible and structural defects. Once these are identified, we will tender to you a scope of works, the repair methodology and an estimate. We then begin the process of repairing your concrete. In summary, we remove all drummy concrete and brickwork, grind back the reinforcing steel to remove all rust, and treat the steel with anti-corrosive membranes or replace the steel if required. Once the steel underneath has been treated, we reinstate the visual component bricks or render to restore the original facade. Where the issue has originated in the slab on the roof of the building structure, it is likely that waterproofing will need to be undertaken. In this instance, we will jackhammer the surface to expose the problem before treating it. Once the rusted reinforcing has been repaired, application of a waterproofing membrane will help prevent the ingress of moisture to the slab and prolong the life of the steel and therefore the structure itself.